In its last year of production, should you rake one up or leave it on the lot for something more modern? Tesla rightly gets credit for making electric vehicles cool, but Nissan deserves more than its share of credit for making them accessible to the masses. With over 600,000 sold globally to date, the Nissan Leaf was an all-electric powered pioneer and is still one of most successful and popular EVs ever despite its flaws. After spending some quality time in a 2024 Leaf SV Plus, it's clear there's more work to be done to make it a world-class EV. But given the Leaf is in its final year of production, its 14th across 2 generations, this is as good as it's going to get. Although it's still a solid EV on balance, the Leaf faces far more competition than it once did, and in many ways, it's been lapped by today's all-electric powered vehicle onslaught, including Nissan's own new and coming models. Most standard range competitors offer bigger batteries and more miles per charge than the Leaf SV Plus at a similar price. The Leaf still has more than its share of strong points, however, and as it prepares to exit stage left, we decided to give it one last test as a send-off of sorts to Nissan's groundbreaking EV. What's new for 2024? Beyond a date code adjustment to the VIN tag from P to R, not much else has changed for the 2024 model year. Even Nissan's promotional material reminded us that automaker had already updated it for 2023 with refreshed exterior styling and some sweet new 17-inch wheels for the SV Plus. It's hard to imagine this iteration of the Leaf attracting legions of new buyers, but we suspect fans of the Leaf appreciate that it hasn't changed much. Its styling, until recently, at least, has proved to be a winning formula for Nissan. The Leaf had the highest cumulative global sales for an EV until the Tesla Model 3 finally surpassed it in 2020. Range and charging. The 60 kWh battery pack fitted to the Leaf SV Plus helps it achieve an EPA estimated range of 212 miles. The EPA figure is reached through a mix of city and highway driving, at a lower average speed than highway driving alone. By comparison, our Motor Trend road trip range test numbers are calculated by driving at a steady 70 miles per hour and depleting 95% of the battery. In our range test of the SV Plus, it was able to travel just 169 miles to a charge. That isn't a great figure for planning long trips, but it would be more tolerable if the Leaf were able to DC fast charge at a speed quicker than 50 kilowatts. We waited 52 minutes for the Leaf to reach 80% charge after running the battery down to 5%. Based on our Motor Trend road trip range calculations, the Leaf recouped only 135 miles of range during that time. Making matters worse, the use of the Leaf's outdated CHAdeMO charging standard is rapidly decreasing in new vehicles. Even Nissan has abandoned it for its Ariya EV, and at charging stations in North America. Add it up, and it's clear the Leaf is far better suited as a shorter-range runabout in today's world. Keep in mind, though, that the Leaf's origins date back to a different era when most early-adopting EV owners accepted limitations and did the bulk of their charging at home. Driving the Leaf. Nissan has done a fine job of taming the surge from the Leaf's front-mounted, 160 kilowatt electric motor, which produces 214 horsepower and 250 pounds-to-foot of torque, with the tires gripping the pavement even during our quickest 6.7 second 0 to 60 mile/hour run. It scooted onto a 15.4 second quarter mile at 91.9 miles per hour. It's a far cry from the original Leaf, which would happily light up the tires with little more than a mere aggressive gaze in the accelerator's general direction. While a 2019 Leaf we tested was a couple of ticks quicker to 60 miles per hour, the refined power delivery of the 2024 SV Plus felt like an improvement to the Leaf's overall drivability. Adjustments would also have been welcomed to the Leaf's too soft suspension, like a decade ago, but we understand the choice not to go through the effort in the twilight of the Leaf's life. Bumps during a turn at expressway speeds induce significant lateral shifting, but it's gentle like a boat as opposed to a roller coaster. Driving the Leaf straight over bumps leads to that same kind of bounce, but a quiet interior keeps the impacts and road noise at bay better than the interior materials suggest. Stop-and-go traffic lifts the nose in great fashion, and the regenerative braking collapses the suspension back down. Do this a few times in a row, and passengers might ask why you've installed hydraulics on such an unconventional choice for a lowrider. The traditional brake pedal is as squishy as the suspension, but we quickly developed a feel for smooth, controlled stops. From 60 miles per hour, the Leaf stopped in 122 feet, a respectable result for a compact vehicle. Performance around our figure-8 course was also solidly average, with a 27.9-second lap at an average of 0.63 grams, achieving a maximum lateral acceleration of 0.78 grams. Steering feedback was as dead as an arcade gaming console, but slow everything down, and the SV Plus navigates a sea of tight parking spaces and bustling suburbanites with precision and control, objectively the Leaf's primary environment as opposed to anything resembling a racetrack.